Hi, everybody. It's Miranda Love here with today's live web class. And I am the CEO and founder of NinjaGrowthStrategies.com. And today's live web class, we're going to go over the top 7 ninja growth secrets you should be using right now and can be using right now to grow your business fast in 2017. We help clients do this all the time. So what you're going to see in this presentation is a step-by-step system for what's working for business to businesses and service providers today. I've used them, guys, and let me tell you, they are the real deal, and they help me grow my businesses in several niche markets practically overnight, and we are helping our clients do the same. They are working right now, and they are working for the client companies that we work with. If you're going to try to grow your business in today's crowded B2B marketplace as a service provider, technology solution, or a B2B consultant, marketing consultant, and you're not using these strategies in 2017, you are missing out big time. So sit down and buckle up and get prepared to take notes, because I'm not going to waste a lot of time getting started with a lot of chit chat like I know some webinars out there do. What I'm going to share with you in the next 45 minutes is going to be some of the most amazing stuff and has the ability to transform your business and help you smash your growth goals this year. Seriously, this will be cutting edge ninja secrets only a few companies are aware of today, but those who are using them to grow their business fast. So before we get started, I don't want to waste too much time. I want to make sure that you're on this webinar. If this is for you, if you should be here. So who is this for? If you're in charge of growing your business and your business needs more leads, clients, sales, and revenues this year, this is for you. So I'm talking about chief executive officers, chief operation officers, vice presidents, marketing and sales directors, business owners, sales reps, marketing and business consultants and coaches. If you've got a creative or digital agency or, public relations, social media marketing managers, web designers, branding companies, copywriters, freelancers, pay-per-click advertisers, and of course, entrepreneurs out there, anybody who's starting a business. If you're starting a business or getting ready to grow your business, investors, advisors, if you're in charge of helping businesses grow or advising them one way or another, you need to know about these strategies. Financial consultants, CFOs, I even have y'all in here too. Not only just to help you grow your own business, but if you're working for a company, you want to make sure that they are using these strategies. Everybody is in charge of growth, and so in a nutshell, if you or your company solves a major business problem and you need more leads, clients, sales, and revenues this year, you are in the right place. In the next 45 minutes, I'm going to show you how you can grow your business fast without having to spend a lot of time or money generating leads that never turn into cold hard cash or tangible results for your company. Even if you don't have a huge online following or brand awareness and don't want to spend $50,000 or more on branding or a website that doesn't convert or a national media campaign. We're going to show you how you can position yourself as a leader, as the leader in your marketplace, quicker and easier than you may think. How to make more sales in your business and generate a consistent stream of qualified leads fast. How you can shake the money tree with your current prospect client base or list and generate sales this week, even if your list or customer base is stale. We're going to show you how you can do all of this and more with less staff, overhead, time, and money than you may think. My big promise to you is I'm going to show you a step-by-step game plan that's proven to work for business-to-business companies and that you can use to smash your growth goals this year. This is going to be the exact plan that I've used to grow my startup businesses quickly and receive lucrative buyouts in the first 2 years. The exact plan my clients are using to achieve amazing results in their companies as well. All were practically unknown and didn't have a lot of time or money to spend on fancy marketing, but we believed in our product and services, and my clients do too, and we are hungry for growth. So whatever your goals are, let's take a look at our goals, because I'm showing you the exact step-by-step plan that you can use to smash your goals. So Are they to increase sales by 30%? Maybe double last year's goals? Take a minute and think about it. Maybe to claim 50% or more of your market share? Or how about making first $100,000 in your business, or even $500,000, or have your first $2 or $10 million year? Is it maybe you're looking to grow your business to attract lucrative buyers, investors, or partners? So what are your growth goals this year? And if you reach them, how would meeting these goals change your life? How would it shape the direction of your business if you could meet those goals this year? Would you be able to vacation more? If so, where would you go? What would you be doing? Maybe you'd be putting your kids through college, or finally feeling successful, or paying off your mortgage. What is it? Just having more time to spend with your family and friends. What is it that it would feel like if you did achieve those growth goals this year? Would you finally feel like the work that you've been putting in for your business is paying off? How would that feel? So again, what are your goals this year? Heads up, guys. Today is April 5th. Quarter 1 of 2017 is in the books. We are well into the 4th month, and there are only 3 more quarters this year. Did you meet your goals last quarter? The first quarter of 2017? Did you meet your goals? Are you on track for the year? How about, did you meet your goals last year? If not, what are you going to do differently to reach these goals? Well, let me tell you, being here on this live web class with me right now is a great first step. So does it sound like you? Do you feel like your business is on a financial roller coaster with sales coming in 1 month but no steady stream of consistent leads in the pipeline? Maybe you're starting this quarter off with no idea how you're going to get the clients you need to stay afloat. Maybe you've spent money on marketing, branding, or advertising that hasn't created results. You're tired of spending time creating content with no ROI. You're unsure if your high-priced consultants, marketing campaigns, and strategies are even working because you have no ROI tracking or KPIs in place. And so those terms, I want to make sure everybody knows the terms that I'm using here. Guys, ROI stands for return on investment. So whenever you're paying for advertising, you're paying for marketing, or you're paying a consultant, or brand new website, or going to a conference or a trade show, or doing any sort of social media, you've got to know what your return on investment is. And with that, take a look at what your investment is. You're talking about your time, your limited valuable resources, especially as a startup company or a growing company. You have limited resources, your time, your money, and your energy. These are your investments that you're putting in. So you need to be tracking to make sure that everything that you're doing is giving you a return on your investment that makes sense for you, for your business. It's actually generating in actual results. And I'm talking about results in the form of revenues. And the other one I'm talking about is KPIs, which stands for Key Performance Indicators. And those are things that you can set up in place in your business and in your marketing activities and sales activities, and actually in all areas of your business, to track little steps. And these are key performance. If we do these every day, or if we do these every month, and we're hitting our goals, then we're indicating that we're going to have a successful year or a successful month. If we are falling below those key performance indicators and not meeting our goals consistently, then heads up, we know that we're off track. These things show us that we are not going to be meeting our goals, so we need to do something different. But just really quick, wanted to make sure you know what those are, because we're going to talk about those a lot throughout this presentation, because it's very important to me as a business owner and a marketer. Make sure that everything has to go with ROI and tracking your key performance. I actually have a background in accounting and business management for over 25 years before I delved into marketing and entrepreneurship. So that's where my mind goes. I think analytically. Okay, does this sound like you? You've been seriously worried about making payroll. How about that? Minimum payments, minimum credit card payments, or basic expenses to keep your business open. Or maybe you're even worried about losing your house. Does this sound like you? Maybe you've set some big, ambitious goals this year, but are already off track and no idea how you're going to achieve them. Heads up, as bad as these things may seem right now, none of those are the real problem. The real problem is you don't know the top 7 ninja cutting edge marketing tools are using today. And you don't know the keys to growth in your business. You've got to have the keys to growth. And once you know these top 7 ninja moves and the keys to growth that I'm going to give you today, you actually follow them, you'll have a game plan that works and is working for small, medium, and large companies all over the world today. Even if you're just starting out, you'll be able to wake up each morning knowing you've got leads coming in. Imagine how much better you'll sleep at night knowing this. How much more time you'll have when you stop doing the majority of your wheel spinning and start actually producing content and actually spending your time enrolling clients who come to you pre-sold, begging to work with you. There will be no limit to how big you can grow your business. You can leverage your time, scale your business, and automate your marketing with the tools that I'm going to show you today. And you'll finally be able to claim the market share that should have been yours all along. You've got to focus on, to do this, we help our clients do these top 3 big things, and this is where you need to be to have that success right here that we're talking about, the no limit to how big you can grow your business. You've got to focus on business before branding. Business before branding, 100%. You've got to focus on actually generating income in your business before you start spending, $50,000 or more on branding or marketing, making the mistakes that a lot of people have made. And we're going to go over a lot of these techniques today in this lesson that we're doing. So you got to have 3 things. You've got to have, to grow your business, you've got to have a consistent, steady stream of leads, of qualified leads coming into your business. You've got to have this on automation, guys. You can't be, I'm doing a little bit of hope marketing here, or I'm doing a little bit of, I've got a trade show coming up that's going to cost me, $5,000 to go to, and it's in, 5 months from now. That's not going to work. You need to get consistent, steady stream of leads in your business this month, right now, this week. So the things that I'm going to show you today and the things that we help our clients implement, help them get leads in this month. I'm not saying trade shows don't work. That's a great strategy. But I'm just saying, if you've got a business and you need leads and you need clients and sales right now, planning for a trade show that's going to not be until 5 months from now, may or may not give you the results that you need, that's not going to fly. We got to get some things going now. Profits, another big one that you got to have. The number 2 thing that every business has to have to be able to grow as big as they want to be and scale their business, you've got to have profits. So even if you've just generating revenues, or you're generating sales, but you're spending too much money on your marketing, or you're spending too much money on your overhead, or spending too much money for higher price consultants, or large marketing managers and staff and team like that, and maybe a lot of money on websites, or going to those trade shows, and you're generating $200,000 in sales, but you've spent $150,000 or $250,000 to get you there, and then you're upside down, and so you've got to have profits. And just a quick little accounting lesson here. I know some of the business owners' minds and marketers' minds think a little bit differently, but profits, you've got to have income minus expenses equal profits. That's what I'm talking about. For you to be able to grow and leverage and scale your business to as big as you want to be and smash out the competition, you've got to have profits. And you've got to have a product or service that actually produces results for your clients or customers. I'm not talking about, somebody who's, just coming off the streets and they, maybe, don't have the best product or service out there, and they're not number 1 in their industry, or they're not striving to be the best, or they haven't put the time into, building their product and testing it and, applying their techniques and services onto, themselves or other client companies. Then that's not the people that I'm talking about. You've got to have a proven product or service that works and is actually producing results for your clients or customers. And the bonus fourth one that we've got to have as well is purpose. You've got to know what your big why is for doing the work that you do in your business. Is it to help other people grow their business? Is it to help other people because, that way you feel like you're able to share your knowledge and give back? Is it because you want to put in a new pool, or you want to have a big house, or you want to be able to vacation, with your family? Maybe you want to put your kids through college. Whatever it is, whatever your big why is, you've got to make sure that you know that and you've got it clear and that it is in line with your personal values and that your business mission and your business purpose are all in line. So that way you're able to get up every day and get out there and do it. If it's just for making the money, guys, that is, not going to be strong enough out there to get you to do it. You need to have your purpose, and your purpose needs to be in line with your personal values and your business and the work that you want to do. So, who am I, and why should you be listening to me? My name is Miranda Love, and I'm the founder and CEO of Ninja Growth Strategies, and I'm currently helping clients all around the world grow their businesses practically overnight by implementing strategies that generate a consistent stream of leads, clients, sales, and revenues. And I am the #1 international bestseller author of the book, The Keys, Unlock Your Dream Life. They hit #1 in entrepreneurship and personal growth on Amazon in 2016. And a lot of the strategies I'm going to be discussing here with you today are some that I used to help me achieve that. And actually, in my book, we do go over how to help you discover your purpose and to be able to start a profitable business that you love. So if you don't have a business yet, be sure to check that out if that's something that you're wanting to do. I've got some good tips in there for you. But the strategies that I'm going to be talking about with you today are you do not have to have a international best-selling book or all these different things to be able to generate the consistent stream of leads, clients, and sales in your business. That's not the message that I'm going to be giving you today. I'm known as a mentor of marketers and growth hacking ninja for entrepreneurs. I've started a couple different businesses and sold them that grew overnight. I started a recruiting company back in 2008 that we were able to quickly grow from a small town, Alabama. We were able to become the #1 in a nationwide market for a very niche and for veterinary specialists, and we were able to have $250,000 in revenues our first year, $500,000 in revenues our second year, and attract lucrative buyouts And after that, I started an online pet community which quickly grew to over 500,000 followers in our first year and 10,000 members. I had as well, and I had a national increased awareness and had a national documentary that aired on public television and a public service announcement that aired on Animal Planet with my mission and with my business. And as I said before, I've got 25 years of experience in business management and accounting, and I've been an entrepreneur and been studying with the best of the best in online marketing and entrepreneurship since 2008, whenever I started my first business. So in addition to that, I have the accounting and business background. I'm no stranger to the marketing world and no stranger to entrepreneurship. I love being able to bust out on the scene and help my clients do the same. So before we get into what the top 7 ninja moves that are working, I like to start off really quick to show you what is not working today. There are a lot of tactics and strategies that are not working today. So I want to make sure that you are not doing these, and if you are, we need to stop that, okay? Top 4 mistakes most business owners and marketers are making today. #1, overspending on pay-per-click campaigns. Whether this is like AdWords or Facebook ads or even on LinkedIn, you've got to be testing and tracking, and plus you've got to spend the money on the landing pages. The landing pages are where, if you're going to be spending any money on any sort of campaign or advertising, whenever they click on the ad, where are they going to? Make sure that your messaging on those pages are correct, and make sure that they're going to be able to get your prospective clients to either take action right then or want to reach out with you to work with you. One company that I was working with whenever I came on to work with a client company, they had spent in 3 weeks, the prior 3 weeks, they had spent $1,200 on a poor performing PPC campaign on AdWords that generated 0 leads, and they were still running it whenever I came on. So they were basically just throwing money out the door. And this is something that if you're going to be spending any money on advertising, make sure that your product is ready to go, make sure that your landing page is ready to go, make sure that your messaging is ready to go. If you're going to be spending money on that, make sure that you have these things. I'm not saying that PPC campaigns don't work, but 9 times out of 10 today, I'm seeing that they're really not working. Actually, most of the client companies that I come on that are using it, they're not getting the ROI that they need to get from that. They could be using that money better. The second one, overpaying for websites that don't convert. So this is the same thing right here. You've got to have the number one goal of a website is to let your potential clients know the problem you solve for them and to capture leads. And this happens with effective messaging, or copy is what the term that we use, copy and copywriters, effective messaging for sales and clear call to actions. I don't care how pretty your website is, if it's how professionally designed it is, if it's not getting your clients to contact you or give you their information to contact them or to buy right on the spot, then it's not worth it. And some of you are even paying $50,000 or more for these branded websites that don't even have your phone number on them or don't even have, a way for people to opt in or to click to want to work with you. And the messaging is not clear. So if you're spending more than $10,000 on a website today, it really is kind of ridiculous. If there are tons of ones out there today that you can do, like standalone even website pages, using Optimized Press and lead pages and also ClickFunnels. Those are some different tools where you're able to quickly create one landing pages or one page websites that you can link them together, but they're designed to actually capture leads and do what it is that a website is supposed to do. The number 3 mistake that business owners and marketers are making today, wasting too much time creating content that just sits on your site. So I know that there are a lot of values in SEO and search engine optimization, and I am an expert at a lot of things in internet marketing, but SEO, I will tell you, that is not one of them. But I do know this: if you're going to spend any time or money to create content, such as videos or blogs or ebooks or webinars or something like this, you've got to do the work to get it out there in front of your ideal clients, using something like Facebook ads, groups, LinkedIn Pulse, different magazines or Huffington Post or anything else like that. If you're going to be generating content, don't let it just sit on your site. Actually be using marketing channels to get it out there. And I see a lot of clients and business owners spending too much time and money creating content in the first place, which we'll get to that one in our secrets here coming up. So make sure that if it is even a blog post out there, that they have an ability to click to want more or to click to want to opt in, to give you their information, their phone number, their email address, something like that before they can download it. There was one company that I worked with that had paid a CMO consultant for 4 years who did nothing but generate content and never did any actual marketing to get it out there. And funny story on this, actually it's not too funny of a story, it's a sad story to me. It is they then hired another marketing consultant or strategic branding agency who designed a new website for the same company after they had spent the 4 years on creating content that didn't ever really do any marketing, just to try to generate some SEO. And the new consultant and website designer did not even bring over that old content. It was just sitting there buried in files, and I found tons of ebooks and all these different things, and even some videos that they had done and did not want to have them so people could find them. It was just very confusing to me. So even I know enough about SEO to know that whenever they had spent all that time generating the content, and that was good, they were getting some on there, but then they did a fancy branded quote unquote designed website, and their leads went down drastically. So if you are going to be doing anything, it's creating content, make sure to get it out there. The fourth one is spending money on an email list. Now, I'm not saying that this is, it's kind of a spam email list is what I'm talking about, a purchased email list. I'm not saying that this strategy does not work. I'm saying that if you are going to be doing it, again, with any of these, you've got to make sure that your messaging is clear. You got to make sure that your copy is clear. You've got to make sure that the list that you're buying is actually your target audience, or else you're spending too much money for things that aren't going to produce results. Believe me, I've done it. A lot of these mistakes on here myself, my businesses before, I've done them. I've learned things the hard way. So I'm trying to share information with you today so you don't do that. But I even spent $12,000 one time on a list that didn't generate any results several years ago whenever I was first starting out in the pet industry. So don't do that. Another one of the client companies that I've worked with, whenever I came on board with them, they had purchased, I think they spent $2,500 or so on an email list that had about 3,500 of their, was supposed to be their ideal clients, but I think that was questionable as well. And they sent it out twice, but they did not have a good email. Their email messaging and their landing page was really not clear messaging. Their product only cost about, their solution, it was a software solution, only cost about $1,500, but they were comparing it to other competitors in their field, which they said would cost between $25,000 and $100,000. So the very first line of the email, which again, this is to a cold email list, a purchased email list. The clients, the people getting that did not even know who they were at all. And it's saying their messaging and on their landing page said you could expect to pay between $25,000 and $100,000 for this. And no wonder they did not get any results. So if you're going to, buy an email list and you're going to have, somebody actually, you need to have a good subject. People are going to actually want to open that email. And you're going to want to make sure that your messaging speaks to the solution that you offer, speaks to the problems that you solve, and not about your product. And then if you do get lucky enough with that, or strategic with it and testing, and you get that client or prospect to click on something in that link to take them to your landing page or to learn more, to find out more, make sure that you're spending the money on the messaging on that landing page or copy page as well to get them to convert. Otherwise, if you're spending any money on any advertising, email lists or anything, then you're just going to be throwing money down the drain unless you have your messaging and a way to move people forward along. Or else you're not going to be getting the results that you want. And another thing with this, when you're sending out an email list, such as a spam email list or a purchase email list, I'm not saying pro or con for it. It's not anything I've done in a long time, but I do know companies and other marketers that are using it, and it does work whenever you follow everything off. But you need to make sure that you're protecting your actual domain and protecting your email sending provider, because you want to be using, if you are going to be using something like this, you want to make sure that you're using a server farm that will send these out for you, because a lot of times people will mark it as spam, and that's going to hurt your good messaging, your good messaging. So just be very careful with that. So these are some mistakes that I've seen happen today. Don't do them, okay? So now that we know not to do those, what is working today? Let's go ahead and dive right into the top 7 ninja moves that you can be using today to increase sales this month. LinkedIn. Okay, I know some of you out there probably even found me, or I found you from LinkedIn. And it's, if you're doing any sort of business with other businesses, the ones that we talked about at the beginning of this message, and you are not using LinkedIn, then you are definitely missing out. They're not only, for posting in groups and connecting, but there are tons of tools out there that you can be using to actually kind of hone in and find your ideal client and see who they are and be able to connect with them and start forming a relationship with them. And you can even, when you connect with them, there are tools out there that for even $79 a month or $100 a month that can help you automate a lot of this for you and automate your messaging to them. And even you can even get their email, get your connections' email addresses. So that way, if we're talking about, purchasing an email list, which, I'm not saying to do, we talked about that as a mistake from last one. But on here, you actually on LinkedIn, when you're connected to people, you're able to see their email addresses. And so there are a lot of tools out there that I'm aware of. I call them ninja tools that make even LinkedIn LinkedIn even better and makes it a lot easier, where you're able to, if you've got, just one person in if you're a solo entrepreneur, or if you have, 5 or 6 or 7 or more sales team, or, you definitely need to be having there's some automated tools that are out there that I'm aware of and that I help my clients implement that can really produce huge results in LinkedIn. You can even build your own database of your ideal clients from LinkedIn. You can even use LinkedIn as a standalone landing page. Have enough information in there about your client, how you can help your clients, and use that as, the information that your clients are able to, if you send out messaging or send something, have them go to your LinkedIn profile. If you're just starting out and you want to do something like that, it's great information. Great way to grow your business. I've used it whenever I was growing my Inner Circle for Thought Leaders back in 2015, a mastermind group that I was doing, and whenever I was promoting my internationally best-selling book to become #1 on Amazon, and also whenever I was doing advertising and marketing for national pet products and veterinarians in my online pet community. We did that. And so LinkedIn was a huge, wonderful place for me to be using that. I also used it whenever I was promoting my membership community and at myhappiestlife.com and enrolling high-ticket life and business coaching clients and growing and I'm using it right now. And I was using it whenever I started my Ninja Media Marketing business in 2014 as a PR and media and branding agent before I transitioned over to coaching and consulting. This is how I've used my businesses. This is how I'm helping my clients implement these things today. LinkedIn is really good. And, whenever you send the messages out there, even if they're automated or not, you got to have a game plan. You got to offer to give them instant value. And it's really good. LinkedIn is another good way in all social media, because they know a lot about your prospects. They know where they work. They know what industry they've been in. They know, the company that they work for. These are different, or what they're interested in. These are ways that you can target and, get to know your ideal client better and find companies and find clients to work with from all over the world. The second ninja move that's working today that you've got to be doing is webinars, something such as this, or basically one piece of killer content that you're able to create. Instead of spending all that time creating, blog post after blog post after blog post, or, ebooks, or, videos, or, working on getting that #1, best-selling book, or whatever it is that or trade shows or something that may or may not produce results for you right now. If you could spend your time, energy, effort creating one piece of killer content, something like a webinar is a great way to go. And this is a technique that I use, and it's a technique that works very well, and I've used it and helped my clients implement these as well. And you're able to show that you're knowledgeable on a topic, or let them know something that is very important or useful to them, give them great value, and then offer them on the spot, as I'll be doing with you at the end. A heads up, I'll be offering you a spot to have an invitation to join me on a phone call to take it a little bit further, to see how, to map out an actual strategy for you, a strategy growth breakthrough session. And so these are things that I'm using, that I will have clients that, before this webinar, you on the right here viewing this, you probably didn't even know who I am before this. And now, I have clients that I do something like this with, and or they implement it, and then they become to, within 24 or 48 hours, or even buying right on the spot. So spend your time creating one piece of killer content, such as a webinar, and then offer them to book a customized demo with you, or a strategy session, or something to get a little more personal with you on that. The third ninja move is Facebook ads. I know, LinkedIn is very big for B2B, but pretty much everybody out there is on Facebook. I was going to show my stats for y'all on Facebook and LinkedIn, but pretty much everybody, out there is on Facebook. I try not to spend a lot of time on Facebook these days, and I don't, but I do as a marketer and a seeker, and somebody who's always wanting to know what's going on and to be the best that I can be in my field. I do spend time, sometimes I do scroll through just to look at the ad copies out there, but you're able to target. So even if it's a business that you're working with, you're able to target that president of the company, or target the owner of the company, and by ways that the information that they share about you and that you share about you in Facebook, and then also by their likes or interest on Facebook. So it is something with all of these. This one you do need to spend a little bit of money on, but don't spend money on Facebook ads until you are ready. You've already tested out your product. You've already done some other marketing channels, and you know that you're ready to go. And then make sure that you're testing and tweaking everything and making sure that your conversions are good to go little by little. And once you've got that dialed in, once you've got that dialed in, then you will definitely, that's the time to start putting some money into advertising. But get some sales coming in the door with some of these other techniques first. And then when you've got some revenues coming in, really start using Facebook ads. Ninja moves. Automated sales funnels. This is what I'm talking about whenever you do have your LinkedIn message going out there, or to invite them to a webinar, and then you invite them, and then they get an email sequence, and then they move along, maybe then whether they do this action, or they did attend the webinar, or they did download the ebook, or they didn't. You're able to track along and see what it is that they do, and get them to move you a lot further, move them along into the sales cycle with you on an automated basis. Yes, it does take some time to set it up, but once you got it set up, it will allow you to leverage your business and have more time and freedom in your business, and be able to do way more than you think that you can do just with a small team. There are also, though, with automated sales funnels, there are some businesses out there. There's some ninja tools that I'm aware of. So if you've got somebody coming to your website and from a LinkedIn message, or from a Facebook ad, or from a trade show or something like that, you've got somebody coming to your website, and you do have it set up where they can capture, where they can opt into your email list, then if they, let's say for whatever reason, they might get busy and they don't actually opt in, or they don't give you a phone call or whatever, then there are certain ninja tools out there that I'm aware of that can actually see who it was, let you know, send you an update of who was looking on your website, of when they're looking on your website, and let you know the exact company the company that they work with, their contact information. So that way, depending on what your service is, or your software or your solution is, you're able to get with them, contact them right away. And imagine how powerful that can be to speak with your clients, or speak with your prospective clients whenever they're at that stage of the buying cycle. The next one is email marketing. We're not talking about the purchased email list anymore here. We're talking about whenever you've got the automated sales funnel and people are coming into your business from downloading your book or watching your webinar, then you want to be using an email provider such as the one I use now is ActiveCampaign. And for the money and the value, it's the way to go, because I've used Infusionsoft, and I've used Inbox 25, and there's a couple of other ones that I've used that I have found that for the money and the value, ActiveCampaign is a really good one to go to. And it helps to generate sales. I have actually generated over $75,000 in 5 weeks with an email marketing campaign that I did that was people that were buying on the spot without even calling me, doing any cold calls. None of this is, any cold calls. People are sending messages out to people, giving them value, welcoming them, and letting them know more about you and the solutions that you offer, and how that you can solve their problems. And then it moves them closer along to the sales cycle. And sometimes you can actually have a flash weekend sale, for example, or to launch a brand new product. Email marketing has proved for me and for my businesses and my clients very, very, very effective to get people to actually buy on the spot. And so there are a lot of different tools out there that you can do that will automate this for you. Even whenever you do have a new client come on board, you want to have a welcome series that goes out to them to just increase buy-in. And another ninja number 6 ninja move today, that's something that's very, basically free unless you host your own group, is meetups. I don't know if you're aware of them or not. If you're new to an area, or in a large most metropolitan areas today do have meetup.com, and it's a way that different companies or individuals can host groups or host events that have a way for them to be able to give free presentations or get people together to generate people together of your ideal clients and your ideal prospects and be able to network with them, whether it's in your own groups or in, you host your own events or somebody else's. I know whenever I was doing retreats last year, kind of higher end retreats, and I was also promoting my book, and I was doing a book tour, and I used meetups. I use meetups to do that, and I use meetups to fill my retreats, and I use meetups to sell more books and book signings, and to also generate more higher end one-on-one life and business coaching clients that I was working with. And meetups was a great way to do that. I was able to grow my list quickly, and I was able to even move around in different areas and do that too. So whether you're hosting your own events or somebody else is inviting you to speak, let them know you're able to have your own free presentations and get people to come out. And whenever you do that, as I did, even for them to sign up for the event and get their spot for it, make sure that you're collecting their email addresses. Use one of those landing pages tools like Optimize Press or Lead Pages that we talked about in conjunction with this, and use it as part of your sales funnel. Then have them on your email marketing campaign. So even if they do, the ones who show up, you're able to give your presentation and maybe offer something on the spot. Then that's great. But the ones who don't, you're able to still keep in touch with them whenever you tie this meetups into email marketing. One other ninja move that I wanted to make sure that you are doing today that is working today, is referral marketing. This is to your ideal clients, connections, and networks. So whenever you send out a cleverly crafted message via, whether it's on LinkedIn or Facebook, or to your network or just to your existing client base, hey, do you know of anyone? This is how I'm helping people. These are the solutions, the problems that I'm solving today. As in my case, I'm helping clients get more business clients get more leads, clients, sales, and revenues, and to grow their businesses quickly. So I'm sending out messages and asking people, hey, do you know of anybody? This is how I'm helping people. Do you have any friends or business colleagues that could use business growth right now? And it works. And let me tell you, don't be afraid of offending or turning off your ideal client. So if you do send that message to someone and they do need your service, they're like, oh my gosh, that's me. They'll tell you right away, oh my gosh, that's me, is what they'll say. I need that. And so don't worry about offending them. Especially this technique works well in, every industry that I've tried it in, but one recruiting industry it worked very well in for sure. If you're sending out an email message saying, hey, do you know, or hey, here's a great job that I've got in, sunny San Diego, and, all these benefits. Do you know of anybody who could use this, who is looking for a new position in a particular industry? If they need it, that sounds good to them, you bet they're going to reach out to you and let you know. So don't worry about offending them. So these are the top 7 ninja moves that are working today effectively and quickly that you can be using to increase sales in your business this month. So what should you do now? Quickly, you might say you want to get help, which is exactly the best thing that you should be doing. But whenever you do that, I want to tell you some mistakes to avoid when hiring marketing help. One big mistake to avoid is overpaying for college graduates. I am a big fan of formal education. I've been formally educated and have degrees myself, but I know that a lot of what's working today, the cutting edge marketing tools that we just went over, they're not teaching that in colleges. And whenever I was interning a couple of years ago, I was leading a team of 7 MBA interns and marketing interns, and they were not familiar with, they had heard of it, but had no idea what it was that we were doing. And I was working with them whenever I generated, $60,000 in 3 weeks on a product launch using email marketing and social media. And they were able to work right there one-on-one with me to do that and to learn those techniques and to learn those high-level intermarketing strategies. And they were hands-on with me. But unless you're going to be working with a college graduate or even somebody with an MBA and they don't have actual experience and haven't had track record for themselves or for their client companies or their companies, employers that they're with, or they haven't done some internships and haven't actually produced results, don't think that just because they're fresh out of college or fresh, with their MBA, that they're going to know these techniques. I'm not saying that they don't need experience. I'm just saying don't overpay for them yet. Another mistake to avoid is overpaying for high-priced consultants with long contracts. Again, even those with MBAs or careers that have been working with mega companies out there whose marketing experience is maybe with working with companies who have $1 million in budgets or clients who are already well known in their industry, and they just don't know how it is to bootstrap a company and put everything you have on the line for your company out there, or they tie you into a long contract where you're paying them, $2,500 or $5,000 or even $10,000 a month, just on end without tying anything back to ROI or to, tracking the things that you actually need to track. So you've got to remember all of your activities have got to tie back into ROI. Another mistake to avoid, I've done this one too, paying for outdated advice. Period. If your consultant's experience comes from the Reagan days, as a mistake that I made back whenever I was several years ago, I was working with a PR consultant who had was telling me, about different things from the Reagan days that he had used. And that's just, the strategy's changed today. You need to make sure that the consultant that you're working with or the marketing manager or marketing director that you're hiring or business consultant they're up to date on today's trends and what is working today. I'm not saying that you have to have, internet marketing, but, that's the wave of the future right now is online. Make sure that they're familiar with those techniques. And then, trade shows and meetups and things like that as well also work. But make sure that they are somebody that is up to date and that they are well versed in what it is that they're learning. I know I've spent, almost $100,000 over the last several years training and studying extensively with some of the best marketers out there and entrepreneurs. I worked with Amy Porterfield, Sarah Little, John Asseroff, Patty Keaton, Andre Chaperon, one of the big marketers out there. Lots, Lisa Sasevich, Rob Kosberg, a lot of different ones that I've worked with over the years to learn the things that I needed to learn to get the results that I needed in my business and to help me stay on top and actually produce results. Hiring designers or creatives instead of copywriters. Don't make that mistake as well. The ones that they're too cutesy for their own good with unclear call to actions. Seriously, guys, this one client company that I was working with, they had a designer or a website, had recently done a website, and one of their first calls to action or that they were wanting them to click to find out more about their products and services said, "I'm ready for a lifetime commitment." That was the click that they were wanting them to click on, the link, the words that they were wanting them to click on to make them take action. I don't know about you guys, but after having a divorce and having a tattoo removed, the last thing I'm going to click on is a link that says, "I'm ready for a lifetime commitment." So just watch out for that. Hiring consultants or employees who give good executive presentations. Make sure that, and not spending their time and energy on actually producing results for your company. So just because somebody, can give you a good presentation and spending their time and energy and getting you to continue paying them, but if they're not, don't have the blind over your eyes here. It's time to pull it off. If they're, just because they give you a great presentation and, they're telling you what it is that you want to hear, if they're not actually producing results in your business, then you need to be moving on. It seems like some of them, hiring consultants or marketing directors who don't focus on return on investment. Again, make sure all activities in marketing are tied back into new business clients or upgrades. With this right here, those are the things that you need to be tracking. Who are the number of new qualified leads? How many new business activities did come in from this? How many new business clients came in? So some of them, it seems like they have their head in the clouds when it comes to realizing this, and that a business, all activities must generate sales, and that a business needs sales to stay alive. Some of them, it seems like they're more concerned with having how many blog hits or how many, webinar attendees, and even caring about how many of those are actually coming in as new leads and tracking to see if your efforts are actually producing the new business sales. So when they have big overarching multimedia marketing strategies without timelines for execution or campaign ideas and no mention of when or how those results will show up into your business, you just beware before letting them take the wheel. These are some red flags, and I've seen it happen too many times to not make this a red hot button issue. And another one is hiring consultants who don't use the tactics that they teach you in their own business. If they're, telling you to do this large, public relations or media campaign and they're not doing one at all to get their clients, or they're telling you, oh yeah, you need to be doing webinars and they're not doing webinars to get clients, or they're telling you you need to be on LinkedIn, but they're not finding their clients on LinkedIn. Some of them, it seems like they just need to have 1 or 2 clients out there, and so they're not used to what it is. I know in my business, I need lots and lots and lots of clients, and you do too, lots and lots of customers and clients, not just 1 or 2. You want to have many, many, many clients and many prospects out there. Have a waiting list of people wanting to work with you if you need to. So if you are a marketing or business coach or consultant or agent, don't do this. If this is something that these are strategies, you're doing those above and you're taking people's money with long contracts or not focusing on ROI and not producing results for people, don't do it. I've paid people too long without producing results, and I've seen my client companies do it too many times to not make this a big issue. So please make sure that if you are going to be taking somebody's money, you are actually producing results in their business. I know my saying it the way that I do with my business is, if I'm not making you money, then I don't deserve to keep taking yours, period. So make sure to watch out for long contracts without any ROI. As promised, nearing the end here, I did go over a step-by-step game plan you can use to grow your business and smash your growth goals this year. Those were the top 7 ninja moves with the automation that we talked about, and we also talked about how you can get a consistent, steady stream of leads into your business with the webinars, with the LinkedIn, with the Facebook ads, with the meetups, with the automation and email marketing. This is what you need without spending lots of time and money wasting time creating content. We're talking about things that you can do right now. And that's what, as promised, those are the things that we went over. So a couple of takeaways here. I've got 5 secrets to win. Number 1, don't undervalue your company's growth potential and the impact that has on your life, your family's lives, and the lives of those you help. People are waiting for you guys. Don't undervalue that. Don't underinvest on strategies and tactics that are proven to work. I know I talked a lot today about how, I have overspent and my client companies have overspent on different tactics and strategies, $50,000 on branding and all these different things. And I spent, the documentary that I had on public television, I spent for that too. I didn't need it. I did not need that at that time. So, but whenever you are, so I spent a lot of time talking about that, but now I'm talking about whenever there's a copywriter out there or, a marketing agent or something like that, a business consultant that is telling you that their strategies are proven to work and that they are what's working today and that they can generate, an email campaign that I did with a client not too long ago. We were able to get clients to upgrade that had not purchased their new solution, the new software solution in over 10 years. They were on outdated version of their software, and they have been trying to get them to upgrade to the new version for over 10 years. And we were able to do an email marketing campaign with them that had them within 10 days produced 22 new upgrade clients and generated $87,970 in that 10-day period with a lifetime value of those, because who knows the potential. I think that they have it generated like $1 or $2 million per each one of those that it generates. So don't underinvest on strategies and tactics that are proven to work. The right messaging, the right strategy, and the right positioning on something can produce major results. Take action now. That's a big secret to win. Take action now. And remember, this is not easy. The stuff that I've gone over here today, it is simple. It is simple, though. It is simple to do this stuff. Just make sure that you are working with the very best, somebody that can help you, to give you a game plan and lay it out for you and help you to implement these techniques and strategy, because it is simple. It is simple, but it does take work, guys. It definitely takes work. Now you have a choice. you can, as you can with a lot of other webinars, you can just, kind of blow this off and not make any changes. Or you can go back to trying to get leads without a step-by-step game plan or somebody to hold your hand and show you the way and show you what works and what doesn't work. You can spend a lot of money, keep wasting money and time generating, trying to generate leads or on advertising or marketing that doesn't produce results, without having somebody there that's showing you the way and accountability. Or you can do nothing if you want to. What is it that you're going to do right now? What are you going to do after hearing all this information and what works today? So I'd like to offer you, here's a solution that I can offer you, a complimentary 45-minute growth breakthrough strategy session. And this is a complimentary where I'm going to sit down with you, me or one of my certified coaches will sit down with you one-on-one via Skype and map out the techniques and strategies and see where you are, that can see if these techniques will actually work for you and show you. We're going to go ahead and do that for you for free. And you can, right now what you need to do, you have to take advantage of this only in the next 48 hours. It's all that it's available. I've cleared time in the next 48 hours only. And you can go to ninjagrowthstrategies.com/growth you have a link to our calendar there and go ahead and book your session so that way you can get it for free. In this growth breakthrough session, we're going to help you get clear on your growth goals for this year and realistic. Make sure that you're not undervaluing your potential and you're also not overvaluing your potential. So we're going to get clear on your growth goals for this year. We're going to see if you can reach them. We're going to map out a strategy that's going to help you bring in more client sales and leads and revenues so you can smash those growth goals this year. So this is my gift to you. I'm wanting to help you get started. Going to do this for you completely for free. And the reason why we do this is because I know that these strategies work for me. They work for my clients that are using them and implementing them. And so I want for them to work for you. I want for them to help you. And whenever I feel like if we're, able to show you this stuff and, later you might be, I might need some help with that. And, you want my expertise on it or my team's expertise with it, then we can talk about that and see if it might be a good fit. But we really just want to do this to really sit down with you and help you to see exactly how these strategies would look for, what it would look like for your business. So again, this is only available in the next 48 hours, and you can go to ninjagrowthstrategies.com/growth to book that. So go ahead and do that. That's what I want you to be doing right now. This is it will not last for long, and it is for a limited time. These are, $750 a session, but I'm giving them away only for the next 48 hours. So who's this for? This is not for everybody out there. I want to make sure that this is for you. If you are ready to take action to grow your business and know you need help, then you're the ones that we want to talk to on the phone. If your product or service solves a major business problem, and you are exceptional at what you do, your software, your service, your solution is exceptional. You've tested it. You know that it works. It's getting results for your clients or customers. You're the ones we want to talk to. You're hungry for growth and ready to claim the market share and lifestyle you deserve. You are ready to take action. If that's you, I like to work with action takers. I'm an action taker myself, so I like to work with action takers. So if that is you, then now is the time for you to go to ninjagrowthstrategies.com. Go ahead and book your session with me or with one of our consultants, and we'll sit down with you again one-on-one to map out a strategy that will help you get clear on your growth goals for this year and map out a strategy that will help you generate more leads, clients, sales, and revenue so you can smash your growth goals this year. So if you're ready to take action and ready to implement the strategies and techniques and top 7 ninja moves that we talked about today, go ahead and as my guest and gift to you, please visit ninjagrowthstrategies.com/growth so you can take advantage of this and start working right now so you can start generating more business into your business this month. And actually, turn your business around and smash your growth goals this year, even if you're unknown right now. My name is Miranda Love, and I have enjoyed having you on the line with me today for this free live web class. And I am the CEO and founder again with ninjagrowthstrategies.com. And I look forward to speaking with you one-on-one and doing everything that I can to help you implement these strategies so you can smash your growth goals this year. Please visit ninjagrowthstrategies.com/growth. And I will talk to you then. Miranda Love signing out.